Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll be showing you the best Skyrim console mods for PlayStation 5 players in 2025. We're now able to have external assets in the game, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to show you some amazing mods like this Kaer Morhen house mod for Witcher fans here. This is now available on console, and it's the restored Kaer Morhen Witcher player home mod here. This is made by Alzra's PS4 Mods, and this provides a really nice new player house for us to explore around in, and it has some mutagens that you can craft. So you can see here, he's got the front door, Kaer Morhen. It actually does replace a location on the map. The regular location is Fort Neograd here, and once you go inside, you're going to see this is a really cool appearance. So it is a little bit dark in here. I do have some lighting mods on that's going to change things here, which will show off in a moment, but there is mutagens that will drop from enemies that you can now craft within here and combine them into different abilities. And in the middle of the house here is the dissection table where you use the new drops and create some new items here. So there may be some bandits inside when you first get here, but it's worth it. This location was created with Kaer Morhen in mind whenever they made up this mod, and it's incredible. Highly recommend this, and it's a newer mod that just got added to PlayStation 5. Then next up, we have a massive armor mod here, and this is the MVM Miscellaneous Vanilla Mashup mod by DZBO255. This adds a bunch of new appearances that you can create here, and there's one for a lot of the different options. So you got leather options here. You can see probably different ones for both male and female body types here. So looks great. I think a lot of these are nice because they're recolors of some different mashups from the vanilla game. And this is not really external assets, but it does look really nice. I thought it was worth sharing here. We do have some that do have external assets, which we'll be breaking down in this video as well. But you can see here, so many cool designs. It even has some Daedric designs as well. So that's what I had on Lydia there. So you can see we got a variety of different ones. Just rehashed versions is the one that I have on Lydia there, kind of cropped version. Really nice. We also have outfits like this a little bit later on in the video. So a lot of cool stuff, but I really like some of the helmets that come with this. I think they look pretty cool and different from what we got in the base game of Skyrim, but still feels more accurate to what we should have. This is one of my favorite plate helmets that comes with it as well, but yeah, you can see there are so many options. And you can see on Lydia here what it looks like, that Daedric armor that I just mentioned, and yeah, I think it looks nice. Different rehashed versions for people that want to experience the game with something a little bit different. And I think it's worth covering some different weather and appearance mods to make this game look a lot different. There's a lot of mods that will rechange the lighting and how things look in this game, but I want to highlight just a few of them that I've tried out and I think work well, and I'll explain which ones are in this video. So I guess the first thing we'll start off with is a lively graphics overhaul for PS4 or some PS5 as well. Any of these mods that say PS4 do work on PS5. And this just overall graphical changes to the game. We also have the PS4 surreal lighting, which is another one that changes up the lighting, and this is what I'm currently using in my game there. So the surreal lighting, it actually does feel pretty vibrant in certain instances, just depends on the weather, which we'll get to. We can change the weather. And Obsidian Weathers is the weather mod that I'm using. So this one is another nice weather mod. It fits thematically. You can see there I had some northern lights or the aurora borealis going on, localized in my kitchen. And yeah, a lot of different ones here. It looks really nice. I'm a fan of using these different appearance mods like that. We also got ourselves Raid Weathers, which I'm not using. This is a newer one that just came out pretty recently. This one's also extremely vibrant, so it'd be worth checking out if you're looking for something new in terms of weather mods. And then we also got ourselves the PS4 Easy Weather Change. And this one's really nice because you just have to go to purchase 24 of these spells from Farengar Secret Fire in Dragon's Reach, Whiterun, or another spell vendor. So you can purchase these different ones, and it's going to allow you to change the weather to whatever you please, and attacked by a dragon there. So once you find Farengar here, you just go into his inventory, and he's going to carry different books that will allow you to change things. So like the Aurora weather. So you just go ahead and purchase those to get all the different types of weather, and then you can cast them from the spells. Be mindful of the extreme storm weather, which will take out pretty much everyone, so don't do it unless you save first. So you can see here the weather is pretty nice in Whiterun here, but then we can go ahead with casting our spell and make it all change. So we toss it up, and boom, you can see it happening before your eyes. The weather is changing. It's pretty cool. So yeah,
What's the magic?
You'll get a different change to the appearance here when using this, and you can make it change to things like the red sky here, which is a very different tone from what we were having previously. And yeah, I'd recommend buying these out and then putting them on your quick save here so that you can constantly change the weather whenever you feel like seeing something a little bit different. Be mindful though, if you're using the lightning storm, it will keep the lightning storm active, and it does take 2 minutes for it to clear. But yeah, you can get a whole lot of different appearances with this one, and it's fun to just mess around with. And you can even make it go dark like this and change the sky. Like, yeah, it makes the mountains in the background get this blue hue to them as well. I think this one looks really cool. This is the Apro Cypra here. But yeah, all of these are quite nice and offer something a little bit different, sometimes spookier than others. And you can kind of combine them together and they'll act up and make things look like this. I think that the red sky looks like some of the coolest here because it changes all the lighting around and makes it a lot more haunting. So yeah, that is the PS4 Easy Weather Change by GG77. Good game. And next up is Spear Weapons by Flynn John. Now this actually adds real spears to the game, and there's a variety of different ones. You're seeing the Daedric spear here. There's also a throwable version of it, but there's ones that do have similar attack animations to the great swords, so that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, they look pretty nice. You can see that all right there. Pretty buff looking. You can also find the throwing spear under the miscellaneous section in the forge here, so these are nice. They do 20 damage, 50% chance of doing extra damage on them. So with these, you got the throwing spear here, and you can go ahead with a attack and you throw it like that. So it's kind of like a poke, but it ends up throwing it. Yeah, that's the workaround. It works. If you want a throwing spear, that's how you're going to do it. So it's pretty interesting the ways that some people have been able to make these work. And yeah, that's the throwing spear there. And next up is the Black Dwarvern set of Fate mod by Flynn John. Now this armor set looks incredible. So you can see my character donning it there, and it's like the normal Dwarvern armor and a little bit of an enhancement. It gets a different appearance on the shield, and the armor you can choose between either of the faces. I went with the other one here because I like that little smirk on it. I think this looks nice. Great shield too with the glowing yellow on it. I think this looks much better, and I actually think that this is one of the best looking armor sets in Skyrim. So there is a lot of other modded outfits, but this is just one that's very similar but much better. And another new house mod, we have ourselves the Frostvale Estate Light version PS4 by LD50365. This is a really nice new house as well. I'm a big fan of all the different player made houses here. It's got a little treat outside, and going inside looks like this. So a very clean aesthetic here. You got it downstairs and upstairs. Of all the player houses, I enjoy this one quite a bit. So yeah, you can see what it looks like all in around here, different rooms, and it's a nice overall house mod. I like the Kaer Morhen or Eorlund house as well. This one, that mod will add a different little quest line with the mutagens that you can collect. But yeah, this is great for a little. It's got pretty much everything. A nice little bath in there. It's cozy, I guess you could say. I like it quite a bit. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And next up is Better Magic by Sushi Squid here. Now this is a legacy mod. There's different versions of it, but find the one that's, I guess, most relevant to you if you're on PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4. This makes it so spells, whenever you go to level them up, they actually mean something whenever you get a higher level. So this will increase your level damage by 15%, and whenever they stack, it does it multiplies the effects of that. So it makes your spells a lot more balanced. In Oblivion, spells are the best. In Skyrim, Stealth Archer is the best. This balances things out to make it a bit more, not overpowered, but a better option overall. So that is the Better Magic mod. Next up, we got the Cave of the Unknown Woman Redux PlayStation 4 edition by Neon Eye YT. This is a huge dungeon mod that adds a whole place to explore through dark caves. It is a Dwemer area with a bunch of different enemies, new armor, and 2 new spells to be found with new lore. So yeah, this one is really cool. I might do a future video going a little bit more in depth in it because it is a very well done mod. So yeah, I love different types of quest mods like this making their way to an upgraded versions coming to PlayStation 4 and 5. And next up, free crafting. Free cheat mods, they're nice to have. This gives it so that whenever you go to the forge, you can make things for free. And on top of that, you can also craft free ingots, because I've spent many hours of my life just spamming the X button here at the forge. This just makes it so you can make things a little bit quicker and easier. Next up, PS Infinite Perk Points. So as the name implies, this gives you unlimited skill points, and you can enter your skill menu and you can make your skill legendary. The nice thing is you can also remove this mod once you get the effects that you want from it. This mod is made by SKYRIM, and it's just another cheat mod that I know some people really enjoy having, so just want to cover that one there. And next up, we also got the arrows, Insanity Arrows. So this is another thing that you can craft. They're pretty powerful. So when you're at the forge going on your miscellaneous here, you'll see things like Arrow of Distraction, Arrow of Explosion, Arrow of Fear, Arrow of Fire, Freeze. These will do a bunch of damage. Arrow of Hello, Insanity Arrows of Hello and Goodbye, Paralyze, which is powerful. I really like the Paralyze one. It's funny seeing the ragdolls flop around. Arrows of Sam will light up things in a green light. It's kind of cool. Arrows of Shock. So yeah, it adds a bunch of different arrows to the game. with the arrows of hello. You just shoot them down the ground, they'll say hi. Kind of cool. And yeah, they come out pretty fast too. And the arrows of Sam here, you can see light things up with a green light. Not too vibrant here because we do have another light source and just with the lighting mods I've installed, but it's nice in caves. So yeah, it's Insanity Arrows by Machines of God 777. And next up is Craftable Crossbow and Bolt. So kind of a similar concept here. It allows you to actually be able to craft crossbows. And the nice thing about it is the Dwarvern Black Armor also has their own crossbow there. So if you want to be able to just make a ton of crossbows, here's your chance. I like the way the crossbows play. They're good when you're hunting down dragons. Again, here's the Black Dwarven's Set of Fate, which includes all of that. Now, this one's a nice little quality of life change. Combat sounds attack impact tweak. So this makes it so the sounds of your weapon sound a little bit different. So whenever you're using a your normal attacks, they kind of sound dull. This makes things a lot more sounding like you're actually hitting somebody. So you can listen to these noises here. It's a little bit less vibrant, you can't hear, but when you hit flesh, you actually sound like you're hitting flesh. So just a small change, and I think it's nice if you play this game for hundreds of hours. It's just nice to hear something a little different. Next up is Enchanted All PS4 by Cadius here. As the name implies, it lets you put enchantments on anything. So yeah, it's pretty powerful, but sometimes you just want to be able to enchant things. The enchantments were a little bit more free in games like Oblivion, so opening it up, I think, is worthwhile. Next up is the faster two-hand weapons times 1.5. So you can see here, I have a glass sword on, and you're able to swing the sword much faster. Two-handed weapons have always gotten the short end of the stick as far as Skyrim, Oblivion, etc. And this just makes two-handeds a little bit more viable by increasing their attack speed. Is it a little bit unbalanced? Perhaps a little, but I think it's a nice one overall. So faster two-hand by Cyan49. And increase player movement speed spell. So this gives you a spell that lets you increase your movement speed quite a bit. You can imagine it's pretty useful if you run through this game many times, just want to get places quickly. And next up I want to share, this is one I think a lot of people will be interested in, the Fiend Hunter PS5 Armor. So this adds Rachel's leather suit from Ninja Gaiden Black 2, and this is an interesting one to see on PlayStation 5. So this is what the armor set looks like. I tried to get Lydia to wear it. You can see there she has black hair. So this includes a blonde hair wig, which you can see Lydia's rocking there. She's wearing every other piece of it, but she wants to wear, she won't unequip her iron armor for it. So yeah, you can see it. We have a different armor set on, but this one is pretty nice. If you're playing as, you can't put it on a guy character, but Gluptino here made this outfit, and I hope we'll see more things like this because I know a lot of people really do enjoy mods like that. Waypoints for homes and holds, PlayStation 4. So adds waypoints to homes such as Breezemound, Proud Spire Manor, and others in Skyrim. This is a nice little quality of life. There's a lot of different mods for the maps in this game, and I think that anything that adds, like, you can see their Frostvale Estate, different locations and your home bases added to the map just makes things a little bit more smooth when you're going about playing. And PS4 Cheat Mod, this is a classic one by the real Eleonora. What this does is it puts 2 strong boxes with 50k gold right beside the War Maiden's Forge in Whiterun. So this adds a bunch of different stuff. It's just nice to be able to play through this game and not have to worry about certain things. So you can see here different chests and strong boxes, and there's also a satchel there so you can pick up those items. And there's also a ring of holding so that you don't go over your encumbrance level. It gives you a 50k pound carry limit. So really nice for that. And this mod is, again, the real Eleonora. And next up, Immersive Citizens AI Overhaul mod. This is by Arnaud Dorchimont, and this makes the in-player immersion much better by increasing the AI and making it a little bit smarter and feel a bit more immersive with the people that walk through. No longer will they just act like kind of goofy whenever they're going through the city. It just makes characters in this game act smart. And if they're in a fight with you, they'll actually assess if it's worth continuing the fight and kind of react accordingly. So just an overall, yeah, it just changes things overall. So yeah, this is has no in-game configuration menu. There's no, the PlayStation 5 version is a little bit different. They have those limitations similar to unlike the PS5 or PC and Xbox versions of the mod like this. So this one's just for PlayStation. And we also got more dragons. This can be annoying, I'll be honest. I like it, but this mod by Machines makes it so it's, instead of spawning every 3 days, dragons will spawn pretty much every half day. So you'll be fighting a lot more dragons with this mod. And next up is craftable character gear. So this allows you to craft things that you normally aren't able to craft in the game. So this gives you a bunch of different items. The Dragonborn DLC items are also available. So yeah, a lot of different options for armors and things there. You can check this all out if you want to see more by Potato Whiskers. Love the name. And next up, Invincible Dogs of Skyrim. This is the name applied. I love mods that keep the dogs safe. In Baldur's Gate 3, big fan of the Scratch Invincible mods. So this makes the dogs in these locations here invincible. You can pause that if you're curious, but I just want to mention this one because I'm always a fan of these mods. And next up, Josh's mod, Beast Mode activated. This basically makes you level up a lot quicker. There's also the ring of 30% or 30 times faster leveling. There's many different level up mods. This is just another one, a real faster leveling mod. This is made by Illithis here, so just want to highlight that one. And finally, a better Eorlund gray mane. So this makes him look much more like a an actual blacksmith. So I think it's just great for immersion, as a legendary blacksmith should look a bit more like a blacksmith. So those are some of the best mods in Skyrim for PlayStation 5. Well, let me know if you'd like to see more Skyrim mod videos. If it's console-based, PC-based, I have 100 different copies of Skyrim. So I'm more than happy to do more videos on it like this, and we'll try to get some more of these mods loaded in so you can see what is available now on PlayStation 5. The best of modding on PlayStation is here to come, as we're now getting some more external asset-based mods. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.